Trap Politics TV, trappolitics.com. He is I and I am him. It's your boy Rel. Now let the games begin. Here to deliver some trending culture commentary along with some lifestyle topics. Happy Black Friday to you and yours. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys had a great feast. I definitely did not have any of that. For good reason. I mean, you know, I have my own personal beliefs and whatnot about Thanksgiving and so on and so forth. But for those who, you know, enjoy the holidays and enjoy the experience of Thanksgiving, you know, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. You know what I'm saying? I don't discriminate. I don't hate. You know, I don't subject anyone to my own personal beliefs. I mean, if you guys are enjoying, salute. You know, shit. I'm gonna I'm gonna take a quick shot for you. A quick little swig. Oh man. I did some shopping today. I wanted to give my input on my shopping experience. I did do some Black Friday shopping. Did everything go as expected? Yes, no, maybe. You know, there was a lot of trauma I relived today. Shout out to everybody though who was able to get what they needed to get. And let me not go any further before introducing myself. My name is Rel. I am a host on this platform called Trap Politics TV. Make sure to go to the website trappolitics.com. There's a Black Friday sale going on right now until the end of the year. You know, because Black Friday doesn't just only mean right after Thanksgiving. To me, it means, you know, shit, you know, as a black business owner, you know, I want to extend the deals and the sales until the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people who do decide to go to the website and at least, you know, check out what I got to offer. You know, I don't use Shopify, but I do use PayPal to do all my payment transactions. So you're not getting scammed. You know what I'm saying? There's no fuckery in between you placing your order and getting what you deserve. Compared to a bunch of other websites and shit like that. But make sure you stop at the website, check it out, see what you like. I only got two things on there. I got the fitted, which I got on right now, which is, you know, got the Trap Politics right here on the side. It got the New York, you know what I'm saying, on the brim. Got the World Is Yours over here on this side. Let me show it to y'all real quick. Yeah, y'all peep that? All right. I ain't trying to show out too much, but hopefully you guys pick up your own fitted. You know what I'm saying? These fitteds are probably the most premium on the website, aside from the tees that you guys will get looking like this. So cop you some Trap Politics merch off the website. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a hater. You know, stop through, support a black owned business. You know what I'm saying? One of these packages will be wrapped up and shipped out to you. It has a whole lot of goodies in here. It has like a wristband, some stickers, and a whole bunch of other, you know, some fly shit up in there, as well as the merchandise that you cop. Oh man. So let's get into some of these Black Friday topics and what have you. As you guys have probably read the title, Why I Would Rather Die than work for someone in America. Where do I even begin, though? Honestly, there's so many reasons why working in America is such like a headache, stress component to a person who suffers from anxiety. I mean, today, right? I mean, I live out on the east end of New York. I live out on Long Island. I live on the east end of Long Island. There's the Tanga outlets out here in Riverhead. And normally during Black Friday, it's packed out like a motherfucker. Like, there's mad people out here. So much people. Like, it's hard to get in. The line literally clogs up the highway. So to like get into the mall, you have to know how to get in strategically to be able to get what it is that you want to get and get where you need to go. If you're not smart enough, you will be caught in the traffic and be stuck out there for hours on end before you even get into the Tanger outlets to be able to buy what you want to buy. Luckily for me, I've worked in the Tanger outlets. I've been here before. I've seen this before. I knew what to expect. So I know how to maneuver and get in, how to get in from different angles and different entry points. You know, there's like 3 entry points, and if you know how to get in on each one of them, you know, some is more known than others. Either or, though, I was able to get in, and as I did my walk, I stopped into a few stores. Some stores had lines literally from Steve Madden. The line was crazy long. Nike, the line was not too long. Adidas, the line was crazy long. But I did some shopping in some very non-lucrative store because I'm not really a slave to brands anymore. You know, I've done my due diligence and doing some research, and I'm no longer a slave to brands. You know, I've really stepped aside from shopping at Saks Fifth and Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus. You know, I've looked at some of the stuff that they offer and shit like that, and I've just been like, you know what, man, I don't even need to even pay that much for this shit. You know, like I'm a casual athletic type of guy. You know, I like athletic wear a lot. That's why you see me with the Nike SB and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I like my athletic wear more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And shopping in those places aren't really something that really entices me. You know, the Gucci, the Burberry, Ferragamos, and all that type of shit. I'm not, you know, I've stepped back and really, I mean, even when I look at it, I'm like, none of this shit, you call this high designer? You call this like, you know, I don't know, man. People who go out their way to really buy that shit, you know, more power to you. You guys see something that I don't. And, you know, obviously you don't mind spending the Skrilla to really rock that shit. And that's cool. I don't even see Off-White as something worth wearing, even though Off-White is supposed to be like such a high-end street brand type of fucking line. And it's like, I don't even see what the hype is about. There's nothing really intriguing about what the fuck you're doing. You know, you have the connections to call yourself something, but it doesn't really equate to what the culture really stands for. So like, why would I even go out my way to buy that bullshit? You know what I'm saying? At least with Nike SB, we know that it's all about the skateboard. You know what I'm saying? That's what SB stands for, Nike skateboarding. You know what I'm saying? They gave Dunks and anything dealing with skateboard their own type of plateau and platform to really express themselves, you know, with style and class. What the fuck has Off-White done? Anyways, so as I continue to do my shopping and whatnot, man, you know, I realized there's certain things that really struck a chord with me when it comes down to working in these type of environments, especially on Black Friday, because Black Friday is the day that's like you have the highest intensity of customer interactions and whatnot, right? So I went into Old Navy to cop some simple casual shit, you know, some shit that I wear every day, because I ain't gonna wear I ain't gonna wear my Nike SB shit to you know, on some regular degler shit. You know, I want some regular casual wear, not really streetwear, but still kind of reminiscent of the style that I normally rock. And the line in that bitch literally wrapped around itself like 3 times. So I was literally standing on line for like 30 minutes. The store was a fucking wreck. It's like you threw a fucking grenade in that bitch and the whole place was destroyed. There's clothes all over the place. Nothing was cohesive with anything. You see in women's clothes in the men's section. You see the men's section in the children's section. You see the children's section all over the fucking floor. You will go into the fitting room to try some shit on. There's clothes on the floor. There's clothes, all over the place. Literally, a tornado hit that bitch. So just imagine what the employees have to go through when it's closing time and it's time for them to clean up that bitch. I used to work at Echo Unlimited back in the day, man, and I fucking hated it on Black Friday. I think I did 2 Black Fridays, and talk about an anxiety attack. I couldn't stand working on Black Fridays during that bitch. I mean, most of the time I was, part-time, so I only worked on the weekends a few times throughout the month. So within a month, I'd probably work like 4, maybe 6 weekends, but during the week I worked my regular job. So I was really part-time, filling in, just making some extra cash to help me, do whatever the fuck I wanted to do throughout the week and whatnot, right? And I hated working Black Friday and whatnot. So when I reached the cash register after doing my Old Navy shopping or whatever, I had a little bit of small talk with the cashier and whatnot. And I'm like, she's an older lady, older than me, damn near old enough to be my mom, you know what I'm saying? Well into her 50s. And I asked her, how's your day so far? I know it's pretty hectic in here. Is everything all right? How's your day? She says, well, I've been called a few names already. Verbatim. I'm giving you verbatim what she said. She said, oh, it's been crazy. I've been called a few names already. And I'm like, how is this possible? Why are people taking out their frustration on you when you have nothing to do with whatever the fuck is going on in this bitch? I don't know what the relationship was like, but no customer should ever take out or retaliate on an employee. At the end of the day, an employee is less than a customer, to be honest with you. An employee isn't providing to the company, they're taking away from the company by providing just time. But then again, too, employees who aren't really into their job or know what their job entails for them to be a good employee don't really ever deliver any type of value to the infrastructure of the job, if that makes any sense. With saying that leads me to the reason why I feel like I'm to the point where I could not ever work for anybody in America. And let me tell you the reason why, right? I've been realizing that a lot of people in the workforce in America today isn't really working to actually provide value to the customers that come into the establishment. They're just there for attendance. And I say that because I walked into a spot today to purchase this chair, this exact chair that I'm sitting in, right? This chair that I'm happy to be able to sit in. It doesn't make a bunch of noise like my other chair that you probably could go into my last episode and listen to. I'm sitting in a chair. It's making a whole bunch of rickety, rackety, crickety, crackety fucking noise. It really gets annoying, and it really pisses me off. And that's the reason why I had to switch it up. And this chair is not cheap. This is a very fucking expensive chair. This chair is over $100. This chair is fucking expensive. It's fucking expensive. I literally waited till Black Friday to purchase a good computer chair that I could do my streams on, that isn't loud, that doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. Honestly, that doesn't smell. Like, the chair is very old. I had it since high school. It's been around the block a couple times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of farts, went into those chairs and went into that specific chair. Not just by me, but by family members, guests, a whole bunch of people. That chair's been passed around a couple times. It's a good chair. It's still very sturdy. but it has ran its course and it needed to be changed. I sit in it, it's making noise, it's talking back, it's unbelievable. So I had to get a new one. So I went up into the spot, into the place to be, called Staples, as some may have known and have seen. And the price had a crazy type of setup, right? So I asked an employee, I'm like, yo, the chair says it's this price, but the one over there in blue says it's a lot cheaper by like $40. So is that the actual price of the chair, or is this price the actual price of the chair, which is $40 more? This chair, fuck it, there's really, nobody really watching like that. This chair right here cost me $140. The other chair, which was like a different color, like a blue or some shit like that, was almost $200, $180 or some shit like that. So I asked the employee that's working there, I'm like, yo, why is this chair, which is the same chair like that chair over there, a different price? Like, is there a reason why this chair is more than that chair over there? He's, is it because of the color that changed the price? He's like, yeah, man, the color, what I'm saying, sometimes it's like that. So yeah, this is the price of it. It's $180. That one over there though, the blue one, yeah, that's gonna be $140. Thank God there was an employee that actually knew what the fuck they were talking about, that corrected the whole notion. He said, actually, that chair is the same price as this chair. They're all the same chairs and they're all the same prices. This one is actually the same price as that one over there. So it's not $180 for this one. It's actually $140 for the same chair that you're looking at. Now, I looked at the employee that was literally looking in my fucking eyes and telling me that same bullshit about, oh, yeah, this is the price of it and you're just gonna have to pay that. In other words, like telling me that it is what it is, not knowing what the fuck he's doing. So in other words, you're clocking in to walk around the store for 4 to 6 hours, maybe even 8 hours, just to tell people what they want to hear. And I've been realizing that, like, a lot of fucking people who are working in the infrastructure today in a lot of these jobs are not there to ever provide customer service. There's no such thing as customer service these days in the American day-to-day retail infrastructure. Go to Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Stop and Shop. You go literally anywhere. And maybe this is just a New York thing because I live in New York and whatnot. Maybe this is just a New York thing. Maybe this is just the New York enigma. But just people out here, they are not here to ever provide value. They're there to collect a fucking check. And that's the worst type of employee to work with. Back in the day, right, when I used to work in the infrastructure and work for people and whatnot, like, even though I was there for a check, I still knew that people took time out their day to come to me to ask me a question about a product that they were genuinely interested in. And I gave them my best effort in order for me to convince people. I used to work at Best Buy in computer sales. At the same time, I used to work at Walmart. I used to take care of the disabled. At the same time, I used to work at Rent-A-Center. So I understand the value of what customer service really means from all spectrums. You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom, providing service to people in a genuine way that they could at least benefit. From taking care of people who are disabled, from moving up the ladder to people who are actually cognizant of what it is that they want and are looking for general information upon a product that they want to buy. And for me to be dishonest about what it is that they're gonna spend their hard-earned money on, it's such a level of, like, it's such a disconnect. It's such, like, it's not rude. It's not only rude. It's not only rude, but it's also disrespectful, and it also degrades the value of the place that I'm even buying it from. It could be a $1 billion company like Best Buy or Or even a place like Staples where I bought this chair from, where the guy didn't even know the fucking price of the actual chair. Like, you're literally walking in and looking at this shit for 8 hours. You can't tell me the actual fucking price? Like, bro, what is the fucking purpose of you even working there? You know what I'm saying? What is the purpose of you even why are you even here? Why are you even talking to me, bro? It's like, it really makes you question who these people are hiring, why they're even hiring these people. The Chipotle where I live, they have no food to offer anybody. Like, you go there to order food, there's no food. Imagine going into a restaurant being like, you know what, I could go for a fucking burrito today. You go in to get a burrito, they have no rice, they have no beans, they have no veggies. Is this Chipotle? Or am I ordering food from a fucking taco stand in the middle of a fucking festival? You know what I'm saying? Like, where am I? What is this? What the fuck is this? And then it goes even deeper, right? So recently I had a conversation with FedEx. Mind you, though, listen to the names of the companies that I'm mentioning. FedEx, Staples, Chipotle. Just hear me out. Recently, I had a conversation with FedEx. And I talked about this on my last podcast about how they don't cover the damages of the box that is being delivered. And hopefully there's no discrepancies on exactly what it is that I'm talking about. But if you go to Nike, go to fucking Foot Action, Foot Locker, wherever you go to buy your merchandise, and they give you a box with your sneakers in it, everything that they handed you in that bag that you purchased is part of the presentation and the merchandise. So the Nike box, the wrapping and all that shit, that's all merchandise. So if anything is damaged, like let's say the box is damaged, it's on you to either deny or say, you know what, it is what it is, and take it. I explained that to FedEx, and they're not even willing to satisfy a customer's complaint with being like, you know what, all right, whatever, we'll compensate the damages for the box. The sneakers is all right though, right? Even though the sneakers is all right, cool, we'll give you 60 for the box. We'll give you 40 for the box. We'll give you 100 for the box. It's whatever. There is no reason or initiative to even give someone some type of level of satisfaction that their concerns are being addressed in a serious matter in a form of compensation. Not to say that that's what I'm looking for. You know, I would at least look for customer service to at least offer some type of compensation for what they know they did wrong. They don't even care if they do anything wrong. Now, as all this translate into the reason why a person like me, I would rather fucking die than to work amongst these type of people, is because if they don't even care about the customers who's paying into the organization that pays their checks to pay them, what makes them think that they give a fuck about the coworkers that they work with as well? They don't even care enough about their paycheck. What makes me think that they even care about their coworkers? Example, I went into a fast grocery is what I call a 7-Eleven or a Wawa or whatever it is called. It's called throughout the states or whatever. I mean, I know in different places there isn't any 7-Eleven. There's Wawas and all types of other different things. And I hear motherfuckers talking about, oh, you know, the checks came in, but I'm not gonna hand it out. I'm not gonna hand out the checks or whatever because it's not my job, you know. So I just slid it under the door for the manager to do it, but the manager isn't gonna be here till like late in the afternoon. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, okay, so if I was an employee working with you and I came in early enough to get my check so I could be able to cash it in to pay off what I need to pay off, I need to wait until this manager comes in later on when you had the opportunity and the availability to hand it out, even though maybe the manager may not have given a fuck. I mean, from what I understand from working in the workforce, when the checks come in, there's really nothing a manager has to do but just to hand it out. Like, there's really nothing. They're not signing anything. It's just they need to open the envelope and hand it out. I used to be a manager myself. I used to be a supervisor myself. When the checks came in, The moment they came in, I was handing the shit out and leaving it at the desk for people to fucking take their shit as they come in. It's like, bro, it's your money. Take your money and do what the fuck you gotta do. But a stupid, disgruntled, fucking dirty, dirtbag employee decided to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna hand out checks to anybody. I'm just gonna, leave it up to the manager to do whatever he want to do with it. I got my check because that's what she said. She said she got hers, but she's not gonna, hand it out to anybody else. And she started name dropping and shit like that. Granted, I'm eavesdropping. I only know a tidbit of the situation, and granted, it's none of my business to really know, but it just reflects into my mind the type of mentality of the people you work with. The people you work with are, especially in like equal opportunity jobs, are a bunch of fucking bottom feeding, dirtbag, grimy, like some of the worst people you ever see yourself really ever being around. There's people who I would never find myself even conversating with, right? That I'm just forced to have to work with. And I'm sure people out there like feel me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I wouldn't even give you $1 knowing the type of person you are if you were begging for money on the street. Like, I would pass you with blinders on. You know what I'm saying? AirPods Pro with the noise cancellation, shades on, reading a book while I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much I will completely ignore your existence because of the type of person you are. Granted, most of us don't know the type of person who we do give money to in the street, and that's a completely different story. I'm talking about the people who you finally get an idea of the personality and character trait that they have, and it's like, bro, you're such a fucking sour, disgruntled motherfucker that I would never even give you $1 if you were begging for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you motherfuckers understand the type of people who we're talking about in the workforce, who we're just forced to have to act like we like. And this is the reason why it's hard for me to ever convince myself to ever work within the workforce again. I have well over 10 years of a bunch of, my resume is immaculate. You know what I'm saying? I've risen to the highest point. I've never been a manager or a regional manager or anything like that because of racial constraints, but I've grown to the point where I'm able to run a 72,000 square foot facility with 15 employees that does distribution and receiving. I was able to run that facility for over 4 years and really get a good understanding, as well as put in to become a manager, even a regional manager, and was not hired but looked over for people who never been in this position outside of the organization. And it really made me look at things really different, as the fact that I'm a black man asking to be moved up into a position of power and wasn't given that position of power, and was looked over by other people who were lighter skinned than me. There was never anybody who was my complexion that came into the building that actually applied for that same position. It was always someone who was a fair-skinned individual, even though I've been in this position for over 4 years and have more than the experience needed to fulfill the task required to run, such tasks and abilities and perform. It really makes you think, like, how high do you have to climb and convince people that you're capable of doing the job for them to take you seriously as a black man in the workforce? The best thing that I see to do is to do your own shit, create value within yourself, and to step outside of what they can't control. They can't control, when I say they, I'm talking about the workforce infrastructure. They can't control the value that you bring to the table. If you're bringing a value to the table that they can't deny, they can't be like, we're gonna look somewhere else because nobody else brings the value that you bring, that they know that they could benefit off of, that they know that they could benefit from. It's always best to always increase your value, know that what you're bringing to the table, and know your worth to be able to demand what it is that you're worth. And as a successful entrepreneur proven by paperwork, I'm not just saying that because I want to boost my ego. Like, I have paperwork to prove my level of success, that I've been able to work with $1 billion company on my own. These things is something that I could reflect upon to really let me know that I'm on the right path. You know what I'm saying? It's just a notch in my belt, but I have more notches to go. And more reason why I believe that I don't ever want to work for anybody ever again. I want to work for myself, grow for myself, expand on my own. I have what it takes. I have the value. I have the knowledge. I have the expertise, the perseverance and determination to really build and grow. And I believe a lot of people have that within themselves too. Sometimes they just need a level of accomplishment to really reach that point. And sometimes you may not even just need that. Sometimes you just need to be able to just take that leap of faith and just see it for yourself as it blooms in front of your eyes, outside of needing any type of validation. Sometimes you just need to be able to believe in yourself that you could be able to do what it is that you need to do, and excel, outside of having people be like, oh, okay, I believe in you. It's like, I don't need you to believe in me. I just needed me to believe in me in order for me to get you to believe in me. You know what I mean? And as I continue on this path of entrepreneurism, it's definitely a lesson of self, as well as a lesson of business that I've been able to acquire. And it's more reason to believe that customer service, belief, and perseverance all goes into the reason why I don't find myself ever working for someone again. The only someone I want to work for is for myself. And this is just, me putting it out there into the universe, into those who hear it, those who believe it, those who, whose heart it touches. I do believe you too, if you're an entrepreneur looking to expand your brand and do things on your own, you too could also do it. It doesn't really take much. It just takes you really putting yourself out there and being in front of the right people to make it happen for you. I had to hack the system a little bit. It took me, but it still took belief in me to hack the system. You know what I mean? It's not just because I knew I had a way in that I was able to make this business model happen for me. It's like, it really took me putting it on paper, talking to the right people, being around the right people to really give me the confidence to be like, you know what, fuck it. It is what it is. Even if I lose everything, I'm still willing to take this risk. And without risk, there is no reward, right? Without risk, there is no reward. So take a good look in the mirror. Decide if you would rather continue to work. And trust me, America needs workers. I'm not saying that, you should quit your job and decide to be a underwater basket weaver and be the best in the world at it. Be practical. Understand what it is that you bring to the market that you want to be best at. Understand what it is that you do and whether or not it can really sustain your lifestyle. If you have kids, a family, maybe being a professional yo-yo artist may not be the best thing to feed your family, but always be practical with the knowledge and information you have, and see if that could really pan out for you to really be like, you know what, I'm gonna do this for me. I'm gonna step out of my own comfort zone and really do something that could benefit others as well as benefit myself. Because, man, working for others and then having to deal with customers who don't appreciate you, hiring people who don't understand your business model or care about the customers that come into your establishment, dealing with gatekeepers and people who don't appreciate the time that you put in and the understanding and knowledge that you have to excel in business, could really do damage to the psyche. You know what I'm saying? And it really would make you feel like you're worthless, so that whatever it is that you have will make you feel content to continue doing that shit. Granted, I know people who are like, listen, man, it's a guaranteed check. It's guaranteed. Listen, if that's how the American economy needs people with that type of mentality. Me personally, I'm not a You know, I'm not a person that sucks off the tit of corporations that's gonna guarantee me the milk. You know, I'd rather be able to. I'd rather be self-sufficient. I'd rather break free from the farm and go out there and hunt and eat what I kill. Granted, though, like I said, some people like the guarantee. I'm a hunter. I'm not a gatherer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a warrior. I'll fight for mines. I'll hunt for mines. Whether I die doing it, at least I know I'm proud and I'm happy with the results of me being man enough to stand on my own too for what it is that I want. And like I said, for some it may, listen, man, shit. I like the fact that I'm able to, continue to provide. That's that, and by all means, that's the path for some, and the American infrastructure need niggas like you. Oh man, I've been talking for way too long, man. I can't, I can't convince those who don't see the value within themselves. You dig? And maybe it just takes time. You can't really count those type of people out either. So, with that being said, hopefully I'm able to provide some value, some insight, a perspective. It's your boy Rel. Make sure to check out the website trappolitics.com. Copy or fitted. You know what I'm saying? Copy a snapback, man. Green bill and all that. You know what I mean? I got everything lined up and ready for y'all, man. It's some of my best work. As I continue to invest my time in being a growth hacker and growing, using this podcast as a subsidiary to everything else that I'm doing, my brainchild. I'm always excited to see growth. I'm always excited to connect, reach out, go to the website. There's a submission tab if you guys want to work, if you guys need advice, if you guys want any type of encouragement. I'm always here to build and grow with y'all. This has been another episode of Trap Politics TV, the social roundup. This has been the lifestyle portion of it. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. This is just me venting. You know what I'm saying? I had to vent, man, because it's Black Friday. I've been out here. I was shopping. I seen things that traumatized me a little bit. I went through the motions, and man, it really had me thinking. And I just had to come up on here and let it be known. Then you feel me? Yeah. And with that being said, man, happy holidays to you and yours. Thank you for stopping through. Thank you for giving me the time. This has been a long one, maybe one of the longest ones I've done. Crazy, right? I have no topics to talk about, nothing, within the culture or whatever to talk about, but I still was able to get my point across, hopefully, to those who appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you guys Monday. Have a great and glorious weekend. And till then, peace, love, and prosperity. You dig? Yeah, that shit was crazy. Motherfuckers out here lying and shit. Talking about, yeah, this is the price. You just gotta pay the price. Just gotta pay the piper, son. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get out of my face.